Hi, good morning, everyone. My name is John Hurley. I'm your judge. This morning we're in first appearance court. Today is the day the court determines whether or not there's probable cause for your arrest. We're not here for a trial. We're not here to determine whether you're guilty or not guilty. It's not for today. You don't need to tell us about your case. You don't need to explain yourself, defend yourself, make any explanation about what did or did not occur. It's not for today. Save all those matters for your attorney at a private meeting. Understand you have the constitutional right to remain silent, but if you give up that right, whatever you say today can and will be used against you. Also, if you have a private attorney and you're called up, let me know who that is. We'll contact your attorney and let them know that you're in court today. Remember, everything today is being recorded. When I call your name, just step forward. May I see Gregory Caldwell? Gregory Caldwell. Right there, sir. Just give me a moment. Hold on. One moment. We're going to just take a minute, 1 minute here. Thank you. Okay. Mr. Caldwell, you're charged with domestic battery by strangulation. The court finds probable cause state. Do you have any criminal record on Mr. Caldwell?
Out of Daytona Beach, 2014, he had a domestic violence battery that was dropped.
Okay.
That's it, Your Honor.
Got it. Okay.
Can I say something now? Oh.
All right, ma'am, raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Put your hand out. Tell me your name.
Jameer Mitchell.
Okay, Ms. Mitchell, how do you know Mr. Caldwell?
He's the father of my child.
All right, and how long have you known him?
Roughly about a little over 3 years now.
Okay. Did you live in Daytona at one time with him?
Yes.
Okay. All right, let me just look here. This allegedly happened back in February, 1 o'clock in the morning. This is put one hand around your throat, caused a disruption of your breathing, punched you in the head with a fist.
That's what she has to say.
And
I've got her sworn
let
statement.
me see, climbed on top of you, held you down, used his right hand, put you in a chokehold, and then punched you on the right side of your head several times. Put his hand around your neck, 10 to 15 seconds. Said you couldn't breathe during that time. 1-year-old child was sleeping on the couch in the living room. Is there anything you'd like to tell me, ma'am? Anything?
We pretty much dropped that. We didn't know, he was supposed to be anywhere. We dropped that. I didn't go through with pressing charges or anything.
Did you take any action? Did you fill out any forms or anything like that? Or
No, I didn't take no action.
Attorney's office or anything?
No. They called afterwards and asked did I want to press charges or anything, and I stated no.
Right. Okay. Now, since that time, have you gotten back together?
Yes.
And are things working out okay now?
Yes, he takes the baby to school every morning. He has the car, I don't. So, he takes the baby to school, works, look for jobs. And
Does he work?
he's looking for jobs now.
Has there been any violence in the relationship since February?
No.
No?
No.
Okay. Now, what happened up in Daytona caused him to get arrested up there?
Pretty much we did have a verbal dispute, and someone next door, they heard us, verbally going at it and called.
Are you in fear of him if he's released from custody?
No, I need him to get out. He has to pick our baby up from school today.
Well, I understand a need. You have a need for help, but let me just ask you, do you feel in fear of him?
No, I do not.
Would you tell me if you were in fear of him?
Yes, I would.
Okay. Do you know him to carry any guns or weapons?
No.
How is he with the baby?
That's his first. He's a junior. That's everything for him.
Now, here's the situation. We have a February incident, and it's a serious incident. I mean, the allegations are serious. However, the practical issue is looks like they're back together, and there's been no problem since. So, State, do you have any suggestions how we should deal with this case?
I think the practical issue is that for twice in a little over a year, he's been accused of committing violence against her. one's very serious. I was reviewing her sworn statement, and in her statement, there's no equivocation that he choked her and that he punched her. And to say that, well, they've had a few months that you're being told nothing's happened,
Right.
doesn't give me any, doesn't really take away my concern, considering a year passed between the reported incidents to law enforcement and the violence. Since that was a battery and now we have an alleged strangulation, it would appear that the level of violence is also increasing. These things fall into the line of a pattern of abusive relationship, Your Honor.
Okay. Ma'am, go ahead. One more thing.
Just based off what he said, might I add, since that time, since February's incident, not only have we also talked about getting counseling and things of that sort, getting more family members involved, and just whenever we have a dispute or we get upset with each other, instead of lashing out, and getting irate, we can discuss it with a mutual family member to make things a little bit better as far as how we go about handling each other.
I understand. Now, how long have you lived down here in Broward County?
In Broward, I'll give it about maybe 4 months.
Okay. Does he have any money that you know about to bond out with?
No.
Who would bond him out?
If anything, his uncle and his aunt.
Okay. Are you working?
Yes, I do have a job.
What do you do?
I'm doing dispatching for doctors that's on call, hospitals.
You something. I don't know if I did. Do you ever know him to carry any guns or weapons with him?
No,
No?
not
Okay.
at all.
Mr. Miller, anything you want to add?
Judge, I would ask for the court to allow contact, allow these two to get back together, perhaps minimal bond.
Yeah, this is one, once in a while we get these situations where so much time has gone by. It seems like the matter's healed, but by the same token, you can't ignore the serious nature of the last offense, and then there was an offense before that, or alleged offense before that. So, court's going to set his bond today based on his prior DV arrest, based on these facts at $5,000. The court will order that contact with the alleged victim be limited to telephone, and the defense allowed to pick up and drop off the child. But other than that, you must stay 500 feet away from the Miss Jamara Mitchell at all times. So you can pick up and drop off the child, but other than that, stay 500 feet from her. You can call her on the telephone. You're not allowed to possess guns or weapons. All right, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, good luck. Thank you.
Okay.
Do you have one? Are you going to hire your own or be in the public defender?
Okay. Now, I see Daniel Moscona.
Man in jail?
You're charged with domestic battery. The court finds a probable cause. Do you speak English, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay, ma'am, do you speak English?
Yes.
Okay. State, are there any priors on this gentleman? Does he have a detainer for, does he have an immigration detainer? No?
You own your property, bank account, automobile, money market, city. You own your name?
He had a possession of controlled substance, 2013. By the date,
You don't sit there, if they don't record it, he just heard. The amount, make, model,
resisting adult violence,
yes.
2010. No other priors, Your Honor.
At a date, both?
Yes, Your Honor.
Got it.
Make one year.
Okay. Now, ma'am, raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay, put your hand out. Tell me your name.
Melina Tias.
Okay, and you are the wife of Mr. Moscona?
Yes.
Okay, and you have a baby together, right?
Yes.
How old is the baby?
4 months.
Okay. And how long has Mr. Moscona lived here in South Florida?
About
5 years?
5 years? Is he employed at this time?
No.
No?
No.
Has he been employed in the last 5 years?
No, I don't think so. I work.
But does he doesn't work?
No.
What does he do with himself all day?
He just helps me with the baby.
Does the baby stay home with you all day? I mean, stay
No,
home all day?
with him, with the baby.
He stays with the baby. All day. Okay. And how old is the baby?
4 months.
4 months. What did he do before the 4 months before the baby was born all day?
And it's Wilma, the last street.
Work.
He worked?
Yes.
What type of work did he do?
Moving.
Okay. Now, do you two own your own home?
No, we live in a friend's house. We rent a room.
Okay. And what type of work do you do?
I'm in Dr. Eyebrows. I don't know how to say it in English.
Okay. Well,
I'm in the computer, the receptionist.
I understand. Now, do you, let me ask, it says here that at 10:45 in the morning, it says that you've been married a year, have a 4-month-old baby, you're arguing her. The police said that when they got there, they could hear arguing coming from inside the house. And it says your husband was trying to hide behind you in a stroller. And it says that, let me see here. It says that your sister, Lizzie Attias, advised that she heard you two arguing. She advised she observed Daniel, your husband, hitting you and trying to choke you. She said she tried to break up the argument. And it says you told the police that he shoved you and pushed you on the neck. They said that they found some redness around your neck, several scratch marks on your forearm. So, and allegedly he was telling you in Hebrew to give the police a false name so that he would not be in trouble. So he wouldn't get, okay. So is there anything you'd like to add, ma'am? Anything you'd like to say?
I just want him back. It was just an argument. We just pushed each other. And
How long have you been doing it for?
Okay. Does he ever carry any guns or weapons with him?
no,
Has there been any other incidents of violence in the past?
no, never.
Okay. Mr. Miller, anything you'd like to add?
What do you think?
Judge, in light of the alleged victim admitting that this is a mutual combat situation, I'd ask the court to ROR Mr. Moscona.
Okay. State,
And I would-
let me just ask, does he have any money in the bank, ma'am, that you know about?
Yes,
How much would you say he has if you know?
200.
$200?
Yes, we have a bank account together.
Go ahead, State.
And I would just say, according to the allegations, that he was threatening her to not to tell the police anything. I'm not so. I don't know how much value to give her testimony today that it was mutual or that it was just shoving amongst themselves. Your Honor,
Judge.
Hold on, let Mr. Miller, go ahead. Go ahead, Mr. Miller.
my concern going forward, Your Honor, is the information provided by the victim's sister that he was yelling at her and threatening her to give false information about his identity and to not cooperate.
Got it. Okay, the court's going to set a bond at this time, sir, $5,000 based on the facts of the case, the threats. The court's concerned, sir, that with the level of violence in your criminal record, the court will order that you have no contact directly with Malin Attias. You're allowed to have indirect contact. You can go through a third party. You can go through a family member or friend to have contact with her about supporting her, the baby, and household issues. You're not allowed to contact her about this case. The court will order that you stay 500 feet from Miss Atlas at all times. Attias, summary. Must stay 500 feet from her, where she lives, works, goes to school, anywhere in between. You're not allowed to possess guns, firearms, or ammunition while you're on release. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Right? Okay, may I see Raheem Ralph? Mr. Mr. Ralph, you're charged with domestic battery by strangulation,
maybe
aggravated
they are.
battery on a pregnant female. The court finds probable cause. State, do you have any priors on this gentleman?
One moment, Your Honor.
Ma'am, raise your right hand for me. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay, put your hand out, tell me your name.
Deion Stevens.
And ma'am, how is it you know Mr. Ralph?
He's my son.
Okay, thank you for coming to court today. Do you know Regina Thermidor?
Yes.
How do you know her?
She's her baby mother.
Okay. And, go ahead. State, does he have a criminal
Looks
record?
like he's got a pending possession of marijuana in front of Judge Gottlieb, possession of marijuana 2013. Anything else? End of record, please. Looks like we're almost out of those orders. I don't know
Defense.
Okay, so,
well, actually, it
ma'am,
looks like
tell
we
me
need
about
both
your
the
son. Is he
blank
working?
one. Thank you.
He was working at Papa John, but he got injured on a job, but he's not working right now.
Okay, how long does he live down here in South Florida?
10 years.
Does he have any other, does he have children?
Two. Well, one and one on the way.
One and one on the way, all right. All right, and does he own any houses or land down here?
No.
Okay, was there any contact with the alleged victim that we know about?
One moment.
No? Okay. Mr. Miller, do you have anything you'd like to say on behalf of this defendant?
Judge, Mr. Ralph has been living in South Florida for 10 years, 2 years at the same address. He is currently unemployed for the past month from Papa John's. He does have a 3-year-old child that he takes care of. Family living here in South Florida, no money or real estate. He does have a place to stay separate from the alleged victim while this case is pending, and he's hoping that his family will help to bond him out.
Okay, go ahead. State, is there contact?
No, Your Honor.
All right. So the court is going to set your bond on count 1. The strangulation.
Fronted him away from the scene.
She's 7 months pregnant, allegedly put your hands around her neck. She said it blocked her air passage. Court's going to set your bond on count 1 at $7,500, count 2 at $2,500, and the court will, your total bond's $10,000. The court will note you have an open cannabis case right now, and you have a prior cannabis case. The court will order that you have no contact directly or indirectly with Regina Thermidor. Do not call her, do not text her, do not email her. Stay 500 feet from her at all times. That's where she lives, works, goes to school, anywhere in between. You're not allowed to possess guns, firearms, or ammunition while you're on release. Thanks for coming to court
What's
today.
his bond?
10,000.
10,000? All right,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Okay. Hold on one moment. Hi, Mr. Sherman. This is Judge Hurley. I got your note. We'll hold off till you get here, all right? Don't worry about it. All right?
Greatly appreciate that, Your Honor. It may be a little while. I'm still waiting for the judge here at Deerfield.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll just hold off on that case, all right?
I greatly appreciate that. Thank you. I'll come there immediately.
Okay. Thank you. All right. Now, which case are you here on back there?
McNeil Walsh.
Walsh? McNeil Walsh? Okay.
Domestic.
Okay.
Hey, Jim.
Hi, Mr. Walsh. You're charged with a domestic battery. Court finds probable cause. I think you have some people here for you. Now, does he have any criminal record?
One moment. Your
Back both of you raise your right hands for me.
Were you out on bond or free trial release?
You swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes.
Okay. Put your hand out. See on that TV? Could you turn that around a little bit for them?
You ever been arrested or
See, that's exactly what's on there. You don't have to turn your head around, all right? Now, let me ask you, ma'am, in the white top, what's your name?
Simone.
And how do you know Mr. Walsh?
That's my brother.
Okay, and your name, ma'am?
Latia Pendleton.
How do you know Mr. Walsh?
My boyfriend.
Okay. All All right.
Married, single, widowed,
How
or
long has he been
divorced?
your boyfriend now?
4 years.
4 years. Do you have children together?
Yes.
How many?
One. She just turned 1.
Okay, got it. State any criminal record?
No,
He
Judge.
has no criminal record.
You have a job?
Was there any contact with the alleged victim?
No, Judge.
No? Okay. Now, tell me about your boyfriend, ma'am. Is he working?
He works 2 jobs.
What does he do?
He's a supervisor at Home Depot, and he also opened up his own landscaping company.
Okay, does he own his own home?
Not yet.
Okay, and is he a good father to your child?
Yes, he is.
Okay, and any violence in your relationship? No? Okay. And how long has he lived down here in South Florida?
South Florida, 20-something. Yeah, like 20-something years.
It's
Yeah.
okay. Mr. Miller, is there anything you'd like to say to him?
Judge, Mr. Walsh has an extremely stable home life. He's been at the same address for 5 years. He's worked at Home Depot for 9 years. He has 4 children that he supports. Ages range from 1 to 9. He does have a place to stay separate from the alleged victim while this is pending. I would ask the court to consider a minimal bond in this case.
Have you received social security, unemployment, union tax, workers' compensation, retirement, health services before you went to any cash? Do you have any bank accounts? Do you own any cars or boats? Okay, so you're concerned no individual received those? Sandra, this is Tim Focus. Do you own any hospital bills, credit
I'm
card
not going to
bills?
read into the record here, but I just allegedly elbowed a person
Okay, that's going to go.
and caused her chest to be sore.
You went right over off the
Are
line.
you going to bond him out today, ma'am?
Just sign your name down here. Okay.
Judge, it would appear from my reading of the PC that this was a maybe exchange situation where he was picking up one of the children to take to a birthday party. Might have been some confrontation between.
Okay.
Do you have any children?
I do not.
I do not. What is the other person?
There's no criminal history, strong ties to the community, Judge. This guy's not a flight risk. Never had any trouble like this before.
All right. So I'm going to say your bond at $1,000 today. And that's a very minimal bond. I'm just going to order for the time being. Don't have direct contact with Ms. Miffin. You can have indirect contact, go through a third party. You can see your children, just work it out through a third party, all right, sir? Don't go over there. Stay 500 feet from her at all times. And then you're not allowed to possess any guns or weapons while you're out, all right? Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Judge.
Okay, so may I see George Ogletree?
Main jail.
Mr. Ogletree, you're charged with domestic battery also with fines of probable cause. State, do we have any criminal record on Ogletree?
Your Honor, he was arrested in 2009 for domestic violence battery by strangulation and 1 count of domestic violence battery against the same alleged victim. Charges were dropped.
Okay. Is there any contact with the alleged victim?
No, Judge.
Okay. Mr. Miller, anything you'd like to say on behalf of this defendant?
Yes, Judge. Mr. Ogletree has been living in South Florida for 6 years. He's been at the same address for the past 2 years. He works at Falcon 6 Movers. He does have family here in South Florida. He does not have any money in the bank. He does not own any real estate. He does have a place to stay separate from the alleged victim while this is pending, and he intends to self-bond. We'd ask for a minimal bond in this case.
8:30 in the morning, he slammed the trunk of a car on a woman, then grabbed her by the neck, forced her in the back seat of the car. She had a hematoma. She had a hematoma, laceration in the middle of her chest. She sustained scratches to the side of her head. She had been dating for about 5 years, and she, I think, wanted to go to the hospital. So, okay, sir, this isn't the first time you've been arrested for allegedly abusing Miss Wilder. I see back in 2009, you had a charge for strangulation dropped there, and based on these facts, the court's going to set your bond today at $7,500. The court will order that you have no contact directly or indirectly with Luciana Wilder. Don't call her, don't text her, don't email her. Stay 500 feet from her at all times. That is where she lives, works, goes to school, anywhere in between. You're not allowed to possess guns, firearms, or ammunition while you're on release. Thank you. James, can I help you with something?
No, I'm just waiting.
Okay. Michael Feiner.
Judge, Mr. Feiner intends to hire Randy Haas to represent him. I was unable to reach out.
All right, Mr. Feiner, I can put this off for 1:30 today. You want me to put this off so you can take time to contact Randy Haas? Can you turn that on? I can't hear.
I'd like him to represent me for this hearing.
Okay,
We're
so
here today.
I'll put this off for 1:30. You
That's not what
contact
he
him, all
said.
right?
Your
No, I think
Honor,
he's
I'd like
saying
him
that.
to represent me for this. I like Mr.
Oh, okay, all right.
Can I have one moment, Judge?
States, does this gentleman have any criminal record?
No, Judge.
No? Was there contact with the alleged victim?
No, Judge. She was missed.
Judge,
Yes, sir.
What's that?
Mr. Feiner has been living in South Florida for 9 years. He's a foreclosure attorney. He's been licensed by the Florida Bar since 2010. Strong family ties. He does have money in the bank. He does own his own home. No family or real estate. I'm sorry.
So whose address did you give him?
He does have a place to stay separate from the alleged victim. While this is pending, he's going to be asking his family to bond him out.
How do you run it if you don't want,
Judge, I'm not seeing a whole lot in the way of factual basis here. It seems all very conclusive. It doesn't say how much damage was done, how much, what precipitated the alleged violence. I would assume that because Mr. Feiner is a member of the bar, he has no criminal record. He has ties to the community. He's not a flight risk. He's not a danger to the community. I would ask the judge to consider, the court to consider ROR on this case with no victim contact.
Okay. Sir, I will always consider releasing ROR, but however, the court does move up from there when the facts require it. And in this case, allegedly punched a woman all over her body when she was in the backseat of the vehicle based on the level of violence. The court's concerned for safety. The court's going to say you're bonded $5,000 and order no contact with Sarah Palladino, directly or indirectly. You're not allowed to have any contact with her. Directly or indirectly, you must stay 500 feet from her at all times. That is where she lives, works, goes to school, anywhere in between. You're not allowed to possess guns, firearms, or ammunition while you're on release. Thank you.
Morning.
May I help you, sir?
Page 7, Silvestre, first one on the top, Judge. Wilmoth Silvestre. Judge, is this a no bond warrant from Judge?
Wilmoth Silvestre. I'm going to check it out. Okay. Count 1, 500. Count 2, no bond.
What was count 2? The DUI?
Let me just look here.
Or the?
Count 2's DUI.
Okay. Can you touch a county court judge's warrants, or is?
No.
Because the thing is, all of his other cases are with Judge Lerner Wren. He's doing really well. I just this probation case, the probation was still with Judge Gottlieb. Was the only problem.
Okay. Well, Judge Gottlieb signed an order May 1st for him to be held no bond on count 2, and so I'm going to let him go see Judge Gottlieb. All right.
Wilmoth, Judge Hurley here. He can't change Judge Gottlieb's warrant. Only Judge Gottlieb can do that. You got court on Thursday, so we'll see you Thursday morning. We'll ask him to send this over to Judge Lerner Wren, but I don't know if he'll do that, but we'll ask. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good luck. Daniel.
I see Daniel Copel.
Yes, sir.
So it's battery. Court finds probable cause, Mr. Copel. Are there any priors on Mr. Copel?
2009, misuse of laser lighting device. 2006, he pled out, looks like an aggravated battery to 2 counts of battery and 1 count of criminal mischief. And, all right, just give me 1 second. 1 moment, Your Honor.
Sir, I will see outside. Why you couldn't eat? Albert Benjamin. Albert Benjamin.
Looks like he was arrested in New Hampshire in 04 for witness tampering, but it looks like the charge was dropped. And 2013, out of date, possession of cocaine.
You want a drug program?
Huh?
No.
End of record.
Which one? Should you get home? Your deputy home? You can hold on. You went out?
No, it's been.
Got it. Mr. Miller, is there anything you'd like to add today?
Judge, Mr. Kopel is a 10-year resident of South Florida. He lives at the same address for the past 2 years. The licensed electrician with Ace Electric. He's been there for 5 years. Strong family ties, no money or real estate. He does have a place to stay, separate from the alleged victim while this is pending, and he's hoping that his family will bond him out.
Anthony
Ian,
Walker.
was there any contact with Miss Holly Elwell?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, she ended up allegedly having a bloodied nose, scrapes and cuts to her arms. She was transported to, or she went to Memorial Hospital, the emergency room, and she claimed her live-in boyfriend, this defendant, and her had been getting high on heroin yesterday, and said that he at one point grabbed her by the right arm and struck her right in the nose with his right fist, and she landed on her right arm, causing numerous scrapes and cuts. So the court notes the level of violence. Court's concerned for the safety of the alleged victim. The court knows the defendant has been convicted twice of battery in the past, criminal mischief, drug charge. Court's going to set your bond today, sir, based on these facts at $10,000. The level of violence. Court's going to order you have no contact directly or indirectly with Holly Elwell. Do not call her, do not text her, do not email her. Stay 500 feet from her at all times. That is where she lives, works, goes to school, anywhere in between. You're not allowed to possess guns, firearms, or ammunition while you're on release. Thank you. How about Tommy? No, we're going to put Dobson off. That's Attorney Sherman, who's going to be here in a little while. Is he Mark Anderson? Mr. Anderson, aggravated assault with a firearm, domestic battery by strangulation, battery and tampering in the 3rd degree. Finds probable cause. State, do you have any priors on Mr. Mark Anderson?
Resisting without violence, 2008 and 2002, he was arrested for domestic violence battery.
Do you love us? Give me kids.
It's a different alleged victim, and that was dropped.
Okay.
That's all.
All right. Ma'am, did you have contact with the alleged victim? Mr. Miller, is there anything you'd like to say on behalf of this defendant?
Judge, he declined the
Yes.
PD.
Go ahead.
She is in the field. She wants absolutely no contact.
Got it. Sir, what do you do for work, Mr. Anderson?
A building inspector.
Do you have any money in the bank?
You ever been diagnosed with any mental
A
health?
little.
Do you own any land or property here in South Florida?
Any detox or anything?
Yes.
Okay, you own your own home?
Were you injured when you were arrested?
The bank and I own a
Okay.
duplex.
How long have you lived down here in South Florida?
35 years.
Okay. Who's going to help bond you out of jail today, sir?
Excuse me?
Who's going to help bond you out of the jail today?
Myself.
All right. Sir, it's alleged that you punched a woman in the face several times. That's Matilda Rico. And grabbed her by the throat, at which time she lost temporary consciousnness, fell to the floor onto her knees. Then you allegedly grabbed a .22 caliber rifle, a Marlin micro groove barrel rifle, from under the couch and pointed at her. It says that She had a head contusion, redness around her neck and chest area, swelling on the left side of her face, redness on her knee. Been together for about 2 years, and they found the rifle in the bedroom, allegedly. So the court's concerned for the safety of Ms. Matilda Rico. Court's concerned with the level of violence or threats for violence, and the court's concerned, obviously, using a rifle to bring it to some type of altercation or argument. The court does know
I only got the weapon away from near here and brought it into another room.
Right.
Stuck it under the bed.
The court notes that this is not the first time you've been arrested for domestic violence. The court's going to set your bond on the aggravated assault with the firearm.
Never with a firearm before.
$10,000. Count 1, count 2, the strangulation. Court's going to set that bond at $7,500. And count 3, the battery. Court's going to set that bond at $1,500. And the tampering, the court will set that bond at $1,000. So today your bond's going to be, I think that's $20,000, am I correct?
Yes.
Got it. So today your bond's $20,000, and the court will order you have no contact directly or indirectly with Matilda Rico. Do not call her, do not text her, do not email her. I'm going to give pre-trial release with a GPS monitor based on the alleged use of a weapon. I'll waive the cost of the monitor, so you're not allowed to have any contact with Ms. Rico directly or indirectly. Stay 500 feet from her at all times. That's where she lives, works, goes to school, anywhere in between. You're not allowed to possess guns, firearms, or ammunition while you're on release. Thank you.
She does not live at my residence. Carry on. Thank you.
Thank you, Gary Gideon.
Judge, Mr. Gideon's present at the main. There's some issues with this probable cause affidavit that I would like to explore a little further. Can we reset this to the afternoon?
Your Honor, I have a detective here. I don't know what the issues are.
Well, let's do this. Let me advise the defendant he's been charged with aggravated battery with a deadly weapon, domestic violence related, count 2 burglary of a dwelling, armed, count 3 battery, second subsequent offense, count 4 false imprisonment, count 5 resisting arrest. Now, Mr. Miller, the state is ready to proceed. They have a detective here. Is there
Were you arrested by yourself?
Can you tell me, do you have an argument, or you just need one? What is your argument?
The argument is that he was actually a resident of the location, and so therefore burglary is an inappropriate charge.
Okay. Let me ask you, do you have any kind of evidence,
No, that's why I need the court to reset this to the afternoon so I can look it up.
All right, let me, we're going to go ahead and start the hearing. We're going to see where it goes. State, are you seeking to foreclose bond and release conditions on count 2?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Now, State, the court's going to find probable cause for the aggravated battery, count 1. The count 3 of battery, and maybe you can tell me if he's got another offense later.
Yes, Your Honor.
False imprisonment, count 4. The court will find probable cause to that. Count 5, resisting arrest. So the issue is count 2. You're seeking a foreclosed bond and release conditions.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Now, do you want to just proffer your position on why there's proof evident presumption great today?
Your Honor, I believe based on the probable cause affidavit prepared by Brittany Perez, Detective Officer Perez of the Hollywood Police Department, first off, that the information obtained satisfies the elements. One, that Mr. Gideon unlawfully entered the apartment belonging to Ms. Davis. First of all, it is clear that there was no permission given to Mr. Gideon to enter the residence. Additionally, as you can see, Ms. Davis's residence is located on the victim information. It's listed as the incident location. It does not match the address listed for Mr. Gideon. That address can be found on his DHSMV information, same residence in Oakland Park, and mailing address from January 14, 2014. He then has addresses 2008. From 2001 to 2008, his mailing address and residence is in Margate. Actually, I'm sorry, from 1999 to 2008, the same address in Margate. At no time is his listed residence this address on his, according to DHS&V records. Additionally, based on the evidence, Mr. Gideon broke into the home by force, breaking in a paneling of the door and then getting in through there. And there's physical evidence to corroborate that, as the officers witnessed the area where the door was broken in, the door was damaged. So based on that evidence, there's nothing to indicate that Mr. Gideon had permission, and there is no evidence that he resides there. Then the testimony is that he threatened, not only did he commit assault, but also committed battery, threatening to kill her with the knives and also placing one of the knives against her throat. When the police entered the scene, he was actually still in possession of the two knives, threatening to harm himself, Your Honor. There was some physical evidence. One moment, Your Honor. I just want to see where...
It says armed burglary, but I was a little unclear. Is it alleged that he entered he became armed?
He armed himself, yeah, with the kitchen knife and the butcher knife.
I got it.
One moment, Your Honor.
I'm going to let you have a chance to respond in a moment, Mr. Miller.
Your Honor, I'm relying on the argument I've made in the PC as the information that's listed in the PC.
Okay. Did you want to put on any testimony?
Your Honor, at this point in time, I really think the report speaks for itself.
Okay, let me. Okay. Well, I want to clarify a couple issues with this detective, all right?
Sure.
Go.
Absolutely.
Sir, could you raise your right hand? Yes. Why don't you head over there to that so we can record you over there. So will you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Tell us your name.
Detective Delatorre.
Delatorre, where are you employed?
City of Hollywood Police.
And, okay. And you're a detective there?
Yes, sir.
Did you have an opportunity to investigate the case of Mr. Gideon regarding these charges today?
No, sir. I'm representing Detective Summer, who was unable to attend today's bond hearing, sir.
Okay. Do you have any direct knowledge about any of the alleged facts of this case?
I have some knowledge, yes, sir.
Okay. Give me just generally what you have direct knowledge about what you investigated.
I do know that Mr. Gideon has a high propensity of violence. Just over a month and a half ago, and then April, he had a similar incident with the same victim where he allegedly had a weapon involved, a knife. In this incident, same situation. Yesterday's incident, while speaking to Detective Summer, he advised that he wanted to end it all, that he wanted to commit suicide by cop.
Right.
He was armed.
That in the report.
In the previous incident, the allegations were that he showed up at the victim's residence to pick up some belongings. So he does not reside at that location. Yesterday he showed up at the location unannounced and unwelcomed and forcibly entered the victim's residence by kicking in the door panel.
Did you see him at any time yesterday?
No, sir.
No. Okay. Now you say that you don't think he lives there.
Correct.
Can you tell me a little bit more about how you...
I don't have the actual police report with me.
Okay.
At this time.
Okay. And let me ask you, do you know who does live there? You know he doesn't live there, but...
I know the victim does. Any additional personnel, not to my knowledge at this time.
How many bedrooms is it, do you know?
I didn't go to the location, sir.
No? Okay. Go ahead. State,
I mean, and it does specifically state, because she specifically told police, she did not invite him there. And he entered through force. There's nothing to indicate he had a key, that the door was left unlocked for him to walk in. He entered by force and then immediately threatened her.
Does he have an open case right now?
It was just declined, Your Honor.
Was it?
Yes.
What was it for?
It was domestic violence allegations against the same alleged victim.
Okay. Mr. Miller, you want to come back at 1:30? Is there anything you... Okay.
Yes, Judge, I'd like to do my own investigation.
Okay.
Report.
I understand. We'll come back at 1:30. All right? Okay, thank you.
It's up to you if you want to come back.
Okay. Now, when I call out your name, please line up. When I call out your name, please come forward, line up right in the front there. And you can move rather quickly.
Keep me posted.
Nikki Missiata, Shanta McFadden, Julian Gonzalez, and Charles Flowers. Could you bring up Missiata?
North Broward, Judge.
She's in North Broward, Your Honor. There you go. Ma'am, count 2, petty theft, allegedly stealing from Walmart. Ma'am, your bond's $25. Thank you. How about Shanta McFadden?
Paul Ryan, Your Honor.
Got it. Ms. McFadden, I'm going to tell you about...
Judge?
Go ahead, sir.
It would appear that Michael Galletti is Ms. McFadden's attorney. I did send him an email this morning letting him know about the ad charges.
Got it. Ma'am, I'm just telling you have additional charges right now, 15 through 23. 15 through 18 are fraud regarding someone else's identification. 19, possessing a counterfeit driver's license or ID. 20, 21, possessing a stolen driver's license or ID. 22, fraud. 23, illegal use of credit cards. Those bonds are $1,000 per count. Thank you, ma'am. Nancy Julian Gonzalez. Sir, violating probation, no bond. Charles Flowers.
We don't have a date for
you. Bring Flowers up, please.
Your Honor, Mr. Flowers had to be removed. He became rather violent and uncontrollable.
Okay. So what we're going to do is reset Mr. Flowers for Wednesday p.m. You know what? Yes, sir.
Are you on probation? Out on bond or free trial? Pending cases.
Okay, what about Gregory Polynice, Kenneth Ray, Raheem Ward, and Anthony Walker? Polynice, sir, you have 4 warrants. They're all no bond. Polynice, 4 warrants, no bond. Kenneth Ray.
You're going to see the judge on Thursday.
Kenneth Ray.
Holding cell?
Sir, count 1, you have a warrant, no bond on a felony. 2 and 3, those are misdemeanors, $250 per count. Missy,
You're going to see the judge on Wednesday and Thursday.
Raheem Ward, count 1 and 2, those are warrants on felonies. No bond, count 3, a traffic warrant, $500. Anthony Walker.
You're going to see the judge on Monday.
Anthony Walker, please. Dylan Sr. and Michael Times.
Anthony Walker. Mr. Walker, Judge.
Mr. Walker violating probation, no bond. Dylan Sr.
You're going to see the judge on Wednesday. Yes.
Dylan Sr. Sir,
well, I'm sorry, Thursday.
Violation of probation, no bond. How about Michael Times?
You're going to see the judge on Monday.
On Monday?
Michael Times. Here.
All right, you're going to sign the date here.
What's your name? This is Michael Times, Judge.
Okay, so violating probation, no time.
You're going to see the judge on Monday.
The Hilton?
Sorry. Okay, sorry about that brief interlude. Rachel Jones-Allen, Elisa Chappell, Joelle, hello.
Judge,
Gobins. Michelle Jones-Allen, license suspended, count 1. You have a warrant on a misdemeanor on count 2 for DUI. Wow.
Judge, Ms. Jones-Allen believes that the issue relating to count 2 has been resolved. Is there any way the court can check whether this warrant was cleared and just didn't get purged?
Nope. She's got open suspensions for DUI right now. I'm looking at her driving record.
It was resolved. She was put on probation. She didn't show up at a status conference in front of Judge Pohl. He issued a no bond capias.
Okay, ma'am. Count 1's 100. Count 2, that's a no bond hold. Thank you, ma'am. How about Chappell?
North Broward, Your Honor. Stay right there.
Hello, Ms. Chappell, petty theft. Ma'am, court finds probable cause.
Then stand here.
Yes, ma'am. Petty theft, ma'am. Court finds probable cause from the Publix right down to the end of the street here. Allegedly, you went in there and went into the bathroom and drank 2 Steel Reserve and 2 Hurricane beers and ate some of the food in the store. And then that happened around 3 o'clock yesterday. So, State, do you have any priors on her?
Your Honor, I see she's got disorderly conduct from the late 90s, a theft from the late 90s, end of record. Actually, she had a child neglect from the late 90s, disorderly intoxication, another shoplifting from the mid 80s.
Okay, ma'am. Are you currently employed?
No.
Do you have any money in the bank? Okay, how long have you lived down here in South Florida?
There's an attorney.
Since 1980.
Okay, and who's going to help bond you out of jail today?
I don't have anybody.
Okay, where do you, are you homeless right now, ma'am?
Yes, I am.
How long have you been homeless?
It's not. Are you sure it's not in there?
Since March.
Okay, where were you living back in March?
No, I know.
I stayed in Deerfield Beach.
Sure it's not in there somewhere?
When was the last time you worked?
I can't remember right now.
No, ma'am.
It's been a while.
I'm going to give you a bond today. Would you like me to put you in a alcohol program in the jail?
Yes.
Okay. Ma'am, I'm going to set your bond at $250 based on the facts of the case, your criminal record. I'm going to order you be put in the substance abuse program in the jail, okay, ma'am?
In here?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay?
Judge, would the court also do a mental health screen? The reason I'm asking is just based on what the garbage is.
Give me a seat, Joelle. Hello.
North Broward.
Hello.
Hello.
Ma'am, you've been charged with possessing cocaine, drug paraphernalia.
Yeah, it was drug paraphernalia.
Court finds probable cause. There any?
Yeah.
She was arrested.
Anything on hello?
About 5 weeks ago for a drug offense. The filing decision has not yet been made. She's got possession of cocaine 07, possession of cocaine methadone 07, paraphernalia 06, cocaine 98.
Okay. All right. Miss Hello, do you have any money in the bank, ma'am?
No, I don't, Your Honor.
All right. Who's going to help bond you out of jail today?
My lawyer.
Who's your attorney?
My attorney is a personal friend of mine that I've known 15 years.
That's in a relationship.
All right, ma'am. I'm going to set your bond at $1,000. All right.
You can't lower it?
No, I'm going to leave it at 1,000 based on your criminal record that facts the case, all right?
All right.
All right, goodbye.
Thank you.
All right. Let me just take a moment. I want to stretch you. All right, we're back on the record. We took a little interlude there. Merci, Gobind Singh, Ricardo Avila, and Jamarli Hazel.
Judge, Gobind Singh, his attorney is Stephen Raisman. I did send an email this morning advising of his arrest.
Okay.
Oh, Your Honor, I'm actually going to ask that this be put on recall. Mr. Raisman's representing Mr. Singh on a DUI from 2013. There was an appeal, and I'm checking to see if the appeals come back to see if the court can make a ruling or make an order on that case if you so choose. Yeah, he just told Patrice. You're like 10 seconds behind. You just, it's all right.
Okay, Patrice.
I got it.
Coffee, Patrice.
I don't drink coffee.
Okay.
No, we're not. Hold on. All right, we're going to put on recall.
463-1225. Hi, may I speak with Mr. Raisman, please? This is Judge Hurley. I want to tell him that he's got a client named Gobind, G-O-B-I-N-D, last name Singh, S-I-N-G-H. And he's been arrested for another DUI. And we are in first appearance court. Let me see. I can give you my office number and have him call over here when he gets in. All right, ma'am?
Okay.
Okay. Okay, now, stand by, sir. We'll be right, just have a seat. We'll be right back with you. Right. Merci, Ricardo Avila.
Spanish, Judge.
Are you ready, Paul? They're going to get doing that. And we're on the second floor, so the heat rises. Yeah.
This backup is like 1 year, which is not bad with 3 people. But it's
Jamarlee Hazel.
You know what I mean? I'm like, what the hell is going on here? But he said it's normal because
Jamarlee Hazel. Hazel.
You have 1 bedroom, 1 bedroom, but we're on the
Missy, Miguel Lopez, Charles Moore, Tori Phillips, and Eduardo Chang.
Mr. Hazel, bonded judge. Mr. Lopez is present. He would like to resolve his case if possible.
Your Honor, please.
Miguel Lopez,
Yes, Your Honor.
so you're charged with theft. Court finds
Petty
probable cause.
theft.
Allegedly went into Macy's and stole $69 worth of items there. Court finds probable cause. Does he have any priors?
One moment, Judge.
Yeah, it's at the pending.
Is it pending?
No,
warrant?
no, he might be back this morning. No, that's not what I'm talking
At
about.
this time,
I told you he might be coming back this morning.
Sorry?
Mr. Lopez, do you work?
I'm supposed to start a job today.
So you don't work, right? I mean, you don't have a job.
No.
No. Do you have any
Today I
money
was
in the
supposed
bank?
to start.
I know.
No, I don't.
He just pled out 30 days. He was arrested June 1st, Your Honor, for carrying concealed weapon. On June, he pled out to 30 days. He just got out of jail June 19th. Prior to that, possession of marijuana, 2012, possession of oxycodone and theft, 2011, theft, 2010,
We get breezes here in Florida. He doesn't understand. I said,
battery, 2007.
I want to die when I come home all the time. My hair's up in a bun. When I get home?
State's offer at this time, Your Honor, would be 90 days, considering he's been out of jail less than a week.
So would you like to plead no contest today? I'll adjudicate you guilty. I'll give you 90 days in jail. This is your third theft. You've only been out of jail now a few days, and you went right back to...
Actually, you know, I apologize. It would be 6. Actually, no, I think it is. It would be 60 days since it's technically a second degree.
Can't do it.
But it would be the max.
So
1 moment, Judge.
I'll give him 60 days, all right? 60.
Understood, Judge.
What do you got?
He says he's late again.
It's getting ridiculous every time because none of the supervisors on the roster put their actual phone number.
I know.
So
Judge, I'm sorry. Mr. Lopez is not going to be able to plea out today.
Okay.
60 days.
Sir, I'm going to set your bond
Oh,
today.
wait, Judge, I'm sorry. He wants to handle this himself. I've advised him not to take a plea, but I think he wants to go forward.
But what am I going to do? Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and
Go ahead, yeah.
I'm going to set your bond at $1,000. Thank you. Don't go back to Macy's. Based on your criminal record, the facts of the case. How about Charles Moore?
what's that?
Sir, county ordinance, court finds probable cause. I'm going to reset you today for 1:30, all right? Now, we just take Corey Phillips, again, robbery by sudden snatching, count 8. I'm going to set count 7 at 5,000, count 8 at 1,000. Eduardo Chang, Mr. Chang, Al Praslam, count 1 is 1,000, 2 cannabis, 3 probation violation, no bond. Thank you, ma'am.
I don't have a date for you.
Okay, Ricardo Avila.
Ricardo Avila. Yes, I do, Silvia Orozco.
Good afternoon. Good morning, Mr. Vila.
Buenos días, señor Ávila. Vila,
You've been charged with trespassing.
la acusación que tiene es meterse en propiedad sin permiso. ¿Entiende?
Sí.
Yes.
Sir, how long have you been in South Florida?
¿Hace cuánto tiempo que está usted en el sur de la Florida?
Como 3 años.
About 3 years.
Well, do you have a place to live at this time other than under a bridge?
¿Usted tiene un lugar donde vivir ahora, aparte de vivir debajo del puente?
Sí.
Yes.
Who do you live with?
¿Con quién vive usted?
Una amiga.
With a friend, female friend.
That and my face.
Sir,
And then my thighs, my ass, and my stomach.
the police say
La policía dice
you're creating a problem
que usted está creando un problema
because
Yeah, I'll show you pictures. You text me a
you
picture
keep
of what
going
I did.
under a bridge where people are using drugs.
porque usted mantiene yéndose a debajo de un puente donde hay gente que está usando drogas.
We have any priors on?
Tenemos
I'd
antecedentes.
like to resolve your case today and plead no contest.
¿Usted quiere resolver su caso hoy, declarar que no se opone a los cargos?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could plead guilty or no contest. The case will be over with today and you leave jail today.
Si usted declara que es culpable o que no se opone, entonces él va de la cárcel hoy y termina su caso.
Okay.
Ok.
How do you plead to this charge, sir?
Entonces, ¿cómo se declara usted a este cargo que tiene?
Pablo.
Guilty.
You understand we're not going to have a trial. Your case is over with today?
¿Usted entiende que no vamos entonces a tener un juicio y que su caso ya se cierra y termina hoy?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay, I'll accept that. I'll withhold adjudication. Do not return to that bridge, sir.
Acepto entonces su declaración. Es un fallo sin condena. No regrese a ese puente, señor.
Thank you.
Gracias.
Okay.
And announce around.
¿Alguien más requiere intérprete en español? Español.
I don't think you're.
Solamente español. ¿Quién habla solamente español? No takers at the main.
Thank you.
What was the name
Messi,
of that gentleman?
Yovan McCook, Dylan Herbert or Hebert,
No.
Levon Long.
Essentially, what we're talking about is incarcerating.
Okay, Yovan McCook, you're charged with loitering or prowling, resisting arrest, false ID given to the police,
Listen,
burglary of a dwelling, grand theft, and criminal mischief. Thank you. The court finds probable cause. Do we have any priors on Mr. McCook?
Yeah. That's what
2014, he had a trespass and false ID to a Leo.
Yeah, that's probably what we're looking at.
2014,
Yeah, I will.
resisting
Thanks.
without
Oh, I made a
violence.
copy.
2014, trespass. These are all out of date. End of priors, Your Honor.
Who's this? Who's this?
Got it. Okay,
Did he send a
now,
Corey
Mr.
Phillips?
Miller, anything you'd like to say today?
One moment, Judge.
Cases ago.
Okay. Judge, Mr. McCook has been living in South Florida for about 15 years. He does have strong family ties. His mother is going to bond him out. He does not have any money in the bank or any real estate. He does work, though. He works construction and at a car wash. I asked the court to set a minimal bond.
Okay. Allegedly, he's allegedly committing a burglary in it looks like Davie, Florida, and looks like he was allegedly caught on video surveillance jumping over the fence, and that he confessed to being the same individual who committed the burglary after showing him still photos. Also, he initially gave a false name to the police and said his name was Joseph Dela Cruz with a false date of birth. And the court notes that he allegedly came up from Miami to commit this burglary in Broward County and smashed out one of the doors of the home.
Wait a second. You're going to have to wait a second.
Okay, sir, the court's going to set your bond based on this court's concern for the safety of the community. Noticing last year 2 trespassings, a false ID, and resisting arrest out of Miami. The court notes the concern for the safety of the community and the strength of the case against you. Count 1 will be $1,500. 2, 100. 3, that bond will be $1,000 for the burglary. That bond will be $10,000.
What do you want?
grand theft 1,000, criminal mischief 500. You can bond out today. Your bond's going to be 12,500, 13,600, 13,000, $14,100, I believe. You can bond out, sir. Thank you. How about Dylan Herbert?
Judge, PC argument, no value listed.
Okay. Habert or Hebert?
Decline PD.
Okay. White male, hoodie, stolen, running as fast as he could. Okay. State, I do note that it doesn't have the amount of the value. So I'm going to proceed as it's petty theft at this time.
That's fine, right?
Okay, so I'm going to find probable cause for petty theft, no amount listed. Now, State, do you have any prayers on this individual? Sir, how long have you lived down here in South Florida?
This should be my second year or 2 years and a half, and I have lived here before. I just moved around.
Okay, and what do you do for work right now, sir?
I work with Fab Scout, which means I work for a porn industry, and I am a male dancer at Swingin' Richards. So, one...
A porn dancer?
Like a male dancer.
Okay. Well, hold on a moment.
They're two real jobs. It's real money that I make. It's legitimate. I actually work for them.
Well, I guess the legitimate part could be arguable, but we're not going to go down that road today. Now, do you have any money in the bank, sir?
I have no money in the bank. I have my money at my friend's house and at my mom's house.
You have cash, I assume?
Yes, it's in an envelope.
How much cash would you say you have?
Around 200.
200, all right.
Around 200, yes.
And when was the last time you were in that endeavor, working? How long?
I haven't worked for the past week. I've been taking time off for myself to better my body for improvement for work because my manager told me that I got kind of chunky, so I had to lose some weight, and I'm supposed to go back to work today at Swingin' Richards. I'm being very honest about this. I know it's funny, but...
I can tell you're not holding back there, sir. I can tell you.
I'm not. I'm being real.
Yeah. Okay, State, does this gentleman have any...
Possession of marijuana and paraphernalia in 2013.
Go ahead. Go ahead, say anything else?
That's it.
No? All right, sir, I'm going to, just based on the facts of the case, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to set your bond at $1,000, and based on your criminal record, you can bond out. And good luck, sir, all right? Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you very much.
Yes, sir.
That's it.
Sorry about that. Okay.
I'm out of
You know, you hear it all in here, Mr. Miller, you know?
I'm sorry, Judge?
I said you can hear it all in here, you know? I mean, there's not a whole lot that surprises us after a while.
Never a dull moment, Your
That's
Honor.
true. All right, Levon Long.
President Domain, we have an argument.
Okay. What is your argument on this, sir?
Judge, according to the probable cause affidavit, does not, it's conclusory. It doesn't indicate how he was identified as the alleged person who stole
I have
these
to give you
bikes.
credit. I thought the same thing when I read it.
Well, thank you, Judge.
Well, I thought when I read this, you know, yeah, brilliant minds think alike, right?
That's not what I was thinking.
Yeah, I think the prosecutor takes issue with that, but we won't get into that. Go ahead.
I'll take 24 hours, Judge.
Okay,
That's fine.
State wants 24 hours. Okay, sir.
Okay.
We'll see you
See you
tomorrow
tomorrow
afternoon. Let's do that PM tomorrow.
Albert Benjamin. Albert. Broward.
Albert Benjamin, David White, and Enode Duversi. Where's Albert Benjamin?
He's at North Broward, Your Honor.
Thank you for helping me with French yesterday.
Sure, carry concealed
Judge, we have an
firearm.
argument.
Yeah,
Go
I
ahead.
think I taken care of.
Judge, with regard to the concealed weapon or concealed firearm, according to the probable cause affidavit, the weapon was observed by the police on the person. Observation of the weapon by the police is the exact opposite of carrying a concealed firearm. I would argue that there's no probable cause and ask that Mr. Benjamin be released on his own recognizance.
Actually, Your Honor, I think, and I can check if you want to reset this, I think there is case law that in the waist area is considered concealed, Your Honor. And a holster is out in the open.
I'll reset it for 1:30. Bring this defendant back at 1:30, please. Thank you.
Judge, in abundance of caution, with the court to a med screen.
Med? Okay, med screen.
What's your name?
How about David White?
Main jail.
No, not White. Who did they just
Okay, Mr. White, you're charged with burglary of a structure and grand theft. The court finds probable cause. Excuse me. Allegedly stole a laptop from his former employer, caught on surveillance camera. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to set your bond at 5,000 on count 1, 1,000 on 2, 3, 4, and 5 are all no bond. Thank you. How about Enode Diversity? What do you have back here in the back? Okay, now, in no
What is this
diversity.
regarding?
Main jail?
Possession of cocaine, license
hey.
suspended, Mr. Diversity.
Sorry.
Court finds probable cause. Diversity.
I'm in court now.
How long have you lived down here in South Florida, sir?
Hold on a second.
How long have you lived in South Florida, Mr. Diversity? All of his life, Judge.
So you have failures to appear. Sir, are you working at this time?
As soon as I'm done here.
Yeah,
You work?
Garrett got tagged.
No, Judge.
What? All right.
He's open
When I
case.
get back to court, I'll give you a call. Yes, he was arrested 3 weeks ago for grand theft auto. That's still open.
Case number.
Yes. 157103 CF10A. Was also arrested April 11th for possession of cocaine and grand theft auto. A filing decision has not yet been made on that case.
Sir, the court today is going to set your bond on count 1 at 1,000 to 500. Your bond will be revoked on 157103 CF10. That bond's revoked. You're going to be held without bond. Thank you.
Good luck. Down the middle, out the door, please. No bond.
Just give me a, may I see Kendrick Hilton and David Snell? Can I see two interns up here real quick? Come on right here. Give me a moment, just real quick. going to go back on. Who do we have in front of us right there?
Judge, this is Kendrick Hilton.
Okay, Mr. Hilton. Sir, you're charged with burglary of a dwelling and grand theft. Court finds probable cause. I have an order returning the defendant to court on this charge sent by Judge Destry. I can do this. I can find probable cause and let Judge Destry deal with the bond. How about I do that? Count 1, no bond. Count 2, grand theft. You go see Judge Destry. Thank you.
Judge, do we have a future date for him, by any chance?
I don't know. Do we have a date?
Yeah, tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Very good. Thank you.
Okay.
You can see the judge tomorrow.
Now, David Snell.
Your Honor.
Judge Louis Ferranti.
Your Honor.
Louis Ferranti is Mr. Snell's attorney, Judge. I did send him an email this morning letting him know that Mr. Snell would be in court.
If I may. Your Honor, you heard this case at first appearance. It's here for some change of charges.
Okay.
I can also tell you, at the first appearance on the arrest warrant affidavit, you found proof evident or presumption great on, one moment, on armed burglary. I'm just pulling your findings.
Okay. What about count 2?
Okay.
Like I was saying, you can see that TV right there better. It's the same thing. Hey, fucking set his phone over there. Slide over, let them get him now.
Actually, it looks like you kept them all at no bond, Your Honor. And just so you kept them all at no bond, and Ms. Ferranti said he was going to deal, said an Arthur hearing. And just so you know, he's actually scheduled for arraignment before Judge Siegel on the 24th, and Mr. Ferranti has an Arthur hearing scheduled for the 25th.
Sir, you're going to be held no bond on all count 1, 2, 3, and 8, and Mr. Ferranti knows about this. Thank you, sir. We have 2 cases. I think got Danny Colon. Do you have Colon in the main jail?
Bonded, Judge.
Bonded? Okay.
Elected.
Somewhere. All right. I got pulled over by Gerald Alexis. Gerald Alexis.
Present at the main, Judge.
Okay, we're here.
I don't have anything new for these 2 counts.
This was a rollover because there was something imperfect from over the weekend. So now I'm here today. It probably took a day too long. 48 hours, that's how much you gave him. So, so you have nothing new, and that was on count 2 and 3. So count 2 and 3 is going to be released ROR. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Okay. Now we have another one over here, Scott Sherman. Oh no, we have Gobind Singh.
Yes, Your Honor. I mean, I know this is Mr. Rice's case. I can tell you that it appears that the appeal has not come back yet. That being said, because he has, well, I'll wait to see if the court's going to proceed at this time or not.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and proceed. Go ahead.
Okay. Because he does have...
Can I see Mr. Singh, please? Mr. Singh, where are you, sir? Come up, sir.
Main jail, Judge.
Go ahead.
Because he has a pending DUI right now, and this is an allegation of a new DUI involving a car accident and a refusal, we would ask that the bonds be increased from the convenience bond amounts and that he be placed under the supervision of pretrial release with a GPS monitor.
Okay. Mr. Singh, I'm going to order pretrial release GPS monitor. So I've reached out and contacted your attorney and let him know that you're in court. I contacted his office. He's not here. He got caught, I'm sure, at last moment notice. I'm sure he's in another courtroom. And what I'll do is I'll set these bonds today without prejudice. If he wants to come back in and argue them, I will allow him to do that. But for right now, I'm going to go ahead and set bonds. Mr. Singh, From what I understand, you have taken up an appeal. I believe it's probably within the circuit court.
I think the state appealed, Your Honor, a ruling on a motion.
Okay, so the previous DUI you're being represented on is on appeal, so the court can't revoke a bond. The court has no jurisdiction because it's on appeal. So, that being said, while you have a DUI on appeal, you allegedly go out and commit another DUI. So we're here today on that DUI that allegedly occurred yesterday, and it says I have 3 counts of DUI with property damage, refusing to submit to a DUI test, DUI second offense, failure to due care. Allegedly you left a home where your family was. Someone at your home, I have right here, it says somebody at your house said you left Mohammed Singh, Manhoman Singh, stated that he's a relative of yours and you had just left his residence. It says that he stated he attempted to stop you from driving because you were drunk and didn't feel it was safe for you to drive. It says you ignored your relative and drove anyway and created an accident just down the street. Down the street from where you left, it says you ran your 4-door Maserati. You ran it into somebody's driveway where there were parked cars. When the police got there, they said there was a Toyota on the hood of your Maserati. But you also smashed into a Lexus, and that Lexus smashed into a telephone pole. And there were several witnesses who saw you driving or saw you get out of the car. One man said he helped you out of the car. There were witnesses who saw the man help you get out of the car. So as far as the driving aspect goes, there's no doubt about that. At this stage, there are witnesses. One witness said you were absolutely intoxicated. The other person said you were drunk. Excuse me. And the court notes you were taken to the hospital where you allegedly would not take a breath test or give up blood. So, now, let me see here. I'm looking here, your driving record, convicted DUI. You have a prior refusal to submit to breath testing. Sir, are you currently employed?
Yes, sir.
What type of work is that?
I work at a convenience store, sir.
Do you have any money in the bank?
Yes, sir.
How much would you say you have?
A little bit over 10,000.
You own your own home.
My dad owns the house.
Okay, how long have you lived in South Florida?
About 19 years.
Okay. It's going to set your bond on count 1, 2, and 3 at $25,000 per count. Refusing to submit to DUI testing. The court will set that bond at $10,000. And DUI, second offense, court will set that bond at $5,000. And your total bond today will be $90,000. You'll have pretrial release with the GPS monitor. Pretrial release, GPS monitor. Court will waive the cost of the monitor. Court has set your bond based on this court's great concern that you represent a danger to the community. You have a DUI pending in the appellate court. You go out and allegedly, after you're told not to drive, somebody knows you're drunk, you allegedly go out, smash into some cars, put a Toyota on the hood of your car, and then we have several witnesses who say you were drunk, who saw you get out of the car, and the court believes you represent a danger to the community. You won't stop drinking, won't stop driving while you're drinking. So what I'm going to do, sir, is also order you're not allowed to consume any alcoholic beverages, and you are not allowed to operate a motor vehicle under any circumstance, anywhere, ever, face of the planet. You cannot operate anything, a scooter, anything motorized, including a car, a truck, a van, a motorcycle, anything. Is that clear? Is that a yes, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I'm going to reset Tommy Dobson for 1:30 p.m. today. Tommy Dobson will be at 1:30. Thank you.
We're clear at the main.
Once a week. Okay. I think that's a wrap. Am I correct? Thank you. That's it. We'll see everyone at 1:30.